Hello everybody, today I'm going to finally be making the online Triggerbot tutorial. Wait. Alright. Now hopefully you saw my offline Triggerbot tutorial first, because that explains a lot of how a Triggerbot would work. And like how it works and crap. And that's going to be very useful for learning how to make the online one, because the online one is a little different. So, also, hopefully you've seen my video after the offline Triggerbot tutorial, which is how to get the local player base address, because that's also one of the most important addresses we need to even make any hack. So hopefully you've gotten that, because they're not going to stay the same, because we're going to be using offsets for online. So we're not going to be using just random addresses. Wait a second. It's just glitching too. Wait. Okay then. SV infinite. Alright, so let's see. We are first going to be in Visual Studio. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is make an empty project, like I've done here. And just name it main, like a C++ file. And now do the normal things. Windows.h, IOStream, using namespace, standard, and that's basically the beginning. And now we're just gonna add our entry point. Now, one thing we actually have to do that is big now, we're going to need this file called hprocess, which I'm going to have a pastebin link in the description for what you need to copy. But basically that is going to have this code that you need for any cheat. And it's undetected for CSGO at least, and it's always been, even for CSS, it's been undetected for years now. And it's not going to get detected anytime soon, so don't be worried about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the code for that, and I'm going to be back with you in a second. Alright, I'm back, and I have the code. So what you need to do, the first thing you're going to do is go to your header file, and add a new item, and add a header file, and name it hprocess.h, and actually, wait, no, capital H, lowercase p, .h, like this, and then we're gonna add it. And now in that, we're just gonna copy, we're gonna delete everything in here and paste what I had in the description. It's gonna be a pastebin link. And see, it's Counter-Strike, it's like grabbing that crap, and it's getting client.dll address and everything like that for us. And now that's basically all we have to do for that. Now we have to include hprocess. And under using namespace standard, we're going to do C, hack process, like this, F process. Alright, so this can be a little complicated for your first time, but you'll get used to it, and then it'll be stuck in your brain. Now we're going to add a D word, just like our offline one. And it's going to be the name of the offset. So our crosshair offset, if you saw the offline Triggerbot, what happened is we were using cheat engine and we found an address that stored the value of the player's ID we are looking at, and we're actually going to be using basically that address, but in an address that never changes. So like if you were to restart your game, the address would always change, but we're going to basically be using an address that never changes, which is an offset. So the offset for the CSGO crosshair ID is 0x, well, that's the hexadecimal, and then B294. Now this is actually a netvar. Here, wait, we're going to name this crosshair ID. Now what this is right here is a netvar, which means that even when an update happens for CSGO, this offset will never change. So you don't have to worry about, if you're playing on CSGO in 8 years and you're making cheats for it, this offset will still be the same for the crosshair ID. Now what we need is an offset that does change, which I made a video on. And it's the local player offset. So dword local player equals a. So here, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. I don't remember it. Alright, I have the offset, so it's just AAFC3C since 10/18/2017. Also, it's 4:20 a.m. That's pretty dank. Alright, so local player right here. And now what we're gonna do is make a struct. Structs are very useful to make nice looking sorted code for cheats, and I use them a lot. So we're gonna do struct Triggerbot, and this. And now this is what we made as just a struct. It's like using a void, except you'll see. Alright. So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna actually have another void called read memory, like that, inside the struct. Now I'm just gonna show you what a struct actually does. So I'm gonna copy the struct and paste it again, and we're gonna name it to something else like bhop. Now as you can see, I'm not getting errors when I have two read memory voids, and if I were to go do this, watch, read memory. We're not seeing anything right here that is saying that it like shows read memory. Now if we were to do Triggerbot, you see it says right here, and we do dot. Actually, wait, that isn't gonna work yet. What we need to do right here is Triggerbot Triggerbot underscore tiers or something like that. I'm just gonna do Triggerbot, and then right here I'm gonna do be hot, sure, whatever. So now if I were to do something like this, trigger bop dot, see read memory pops up, and then we can do something like that. And I can also do the same exact read memory, but instead I do be hot dot read memory. I'm not getting an error. So basically that's what a struct does. It's like adding, it's like a class. So we're not gonna be doing a bhop. So in the read memory thing, what we need to do is this, alright? We're not going to be using any, we're not going to make our own handle and crap. That's basically what this is doing right here. So we're going to do this. Read process memory. You can already see some stuff right here, but this isn't correct. F process, which is this. F process dot underscore. As you can see, we have a bunch of crap around here, and this is the client, this is the engine, and this is some other crap like Steam, which you can use for other games. And we're going to be using a handle process for our first one, and that's basically our handle. We're going to do a comma, pbyte instead of like void or lp void. We're going to be doing pbyte. We're going to just add some crap right here, just to make it look nicer. And the reason we have these parentheses is because we're going to be adding two offsets together. So we're going to be having these parentheses right here, and we're going to do, now we're not going to add local player and crosshair ID together, just so you know. We're going to do f process again, dot underscore, dword client plus local player. And now we're gonna do, after that, we've done this adding that together, comma, the and symbol right here, and we're gonna do, actually wait, right here we're gonna completely rename this to DW local player. Oh. After that, we're going to do local player right here, and we're going to add a function, or not a function, another D word right here called just local player, like that. And it's not going to be anything. And now we'll do comma right here and do size of D word. Instead of doing size of int, we're going to do size of D word. This is important. And yeah, you can also just do size of local player, that works too, I'm pretty sure. But, no, we're not going to do that for this. And now, if we were to make a while loop right here, we're just going to test that this works. We're going to do while loop, and we're going to make another int right here called ID, like we did in the offline one. And what we're going to do here is another read process memory, f process dot underscore handle process, just like before. Pbyte, yeah, f process. Wait, no. We're not going to be doing f process dword client right here anymore. We're going to be doing local player right here, this one that we added these together and stored it into this dword. We're going to be adding local player plus our crosshair ID. And basically, that's basically just what we've done right here is we've added our client.dll plus our local player offset into this new dword we made right here, local player, and then we've added local player plus our crosshair ID offset. And we're gonna just put that into ID size of int. And there we go. Now just to make sure this works, in a while we're gonna do Triggerbot dot read memory, and then we're going to do cout. Wait, no, cout ID and L. And that's all we're going to do, and we're going to build this. We're also going to add a sleep again, right here, just so it doesn't use as much memory. Now, I have my game right here. Is this done building yet? I don't think it is. Oh, no, it's done building. We're going to build it one more time just because I added the sleep. Okay, never mind, it's done. And now we're going to run it. Oh, that's huge. Close up. No, that's huge. And see, I'm not getting zero. I'm still saying zero. This is the last time. Oh, wait. No. I know exactly why. Don't want to make this mistake again. I've done this a lot. Above the while loop, where you, like right before your cheat starts, what you want to do is f process dot, not underscore. We're going to do run process, which, as you can see this right here, yeah, it's using a void, but I think this whole entire thing is in a struct. No, it's in a class. So basically, struct is just a class. And now, if we were to run it now, oh, it's saying 4, saying 3, 9. So you can see it's working. And instead of making a send input, a Triggerbot, we're actually going to do something more advanced that is also better. We're going to be making it do this. Plus attack. You see when I press, it does that. And if I type minus attack, it just stops. We're going to be using something like that. So we're going to open up Cheat Engine right here. We're going to attach it to Csgo. Make sure you're in secure mode, by the way. We're on a VACT account, which is the one I'm playing on right now. Okay, so minus attack is 4, like always. I'm going to change the volume down to 0.1, just because that's a loud sound. And now we're going to do 5 right here. Well, I think this is it. No, that's not it. That might be it, though. Minus attack. And 4. This is probably it. Let's see. That's it. So now, this console, like, things you use in console with Cheat Engine, they're going to be green, and if they're green, all you have to do is just double click on them, and you'll see client DLL plus this address. You'll just copy that, and you already see it's client DLL, and I think you already know what we have to do to write the memory. And now what we're going to do is, if ID is greater than 0, right here, and dword, we're just going to do plus attack equals 0x that. No. Just Oh, we can't really do that. Just attack. D-word attack. Now, we're gonna have to write process memory now. Writing process memory is exactly the same as reading process memory, almost, with F process. And now we're gonna do, or H process. We're gonna do F process. We're gonna do the same thing with the handle as we did before. Handle process right here, comma, P byte. And after I'm done with this, I'm actually gonna be using this cheat. I'm gonna add some junk code to it, and I'm actually gonna be using this cheat in a multiplayer game on a non-vact account and show you that it works and it's undetected. Okay, write process memory. Well, we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna do this. Now we're gonna do F process dot F process dot dword client plus this address right here. So we're gonna do plus attack. And we're gonna be making another int called plus attack. We're just gonna make an int do attack, like that. And now we're gonna write here is do attack equals 5, just like we did for the offline one, kinda. Do attack equals 5. Actually, no, this is more like a trigger or bhop offline bhop tutorial I did, which was just my read and write process memory. Alright, so and do attack size of int. And now what we can do is copy this and just change this to else 4. And yeah, we just changed this to 4. And we can get rid of this because that's going to be slowing it down more. And right here, we want to place it right there. And now this should work. Let's test it out real quick. Okay, it's on. Oh, yep. Now look. Instead of like tapping it with the send input one did, it just, here, wait, turn this off. Yeah, but the send input one did this when it was on a player, just because it kept spamming P like this. Like, it was just like that, basically, but spamming it way quicker. And I was just basically tapping it a bunch. Now, what this does, it actually just changes plus attack, or changes attack to plus attack, which will just hold it down, basically. So if I turn that on and go like this, see, it holds it down, and then you can like control your spray. And now grab an op. And in my last offline tutorial, I said that I was gonna show you how to make it so it doesn't shoot at guns. Which, see, if I run it, drop a gun. Yeah, it shoots at, basically. That wasn't me clicking. Now, I didn't do that because I forgot, but in the comments of that video I showed you how to do it and crap. But I'm going to show you how to do it right here. And if you want to do that, just do ID greater than 0 and ID less than 32. Don't have that. And that's literally all you have to do. Isn't that hard? If I were to grab an AK, should look at the guns. Nothing's happening because the ID of the guns is like above 100. And yeah, that's basically it. And now, let's see. Does that seem good? Oh yeah, I was gonna show you using it online. So I'm just gonna be adding a ton of junk code to this. So to find my junk code, what I like sometimes when I try to find junk code, what I just do is look up junk code space paste bin, and it'll just find some junk code like this. It isn't that hard to find. And what you can do is just copy this whole entire thing right here. Go back to your crap. Like that. And make a new void. And just call it junk. Or no, just call it anything like Dank memes for the win. And then do that. And then just paste the junk code in. And now that isn't like all you have to do. What you're gonna have to do is like change up the numbers, like delete some, add some. Like I'm just doing this, and look, it like changes it up like that. Crap, you see that? It's pretty great. I just thought of that. I got it nowhere. I just press numpad 0 while on numlock, and it will like change between it, and it will just like replace the numbers. I just press a bunch of numbers. I just thought of that idea. It's actually pretty great working. And now, yeah, basically, I have some junk code right here. That is undetected. And now what I'm going to do is go over here, and I'm going to type in ink memes for the win, like that. I'm going to copy this whole entire thing and just paste it over and over again. So I'll be back when I'm done that. So now I'm going to be signing into a non-vact account just to test this. And we're going to test it one more time to make sure it works, even with all the junk code. Even with all the junk code, it still is nice and quick. So yeah, I'm going to be signing into a different account, and I'm going to show you that I'm using this exact same cheat, so you don't see like I'm using some random other cheat that I made that is UD. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this, and one more thing, just to be clear, I have a friend, I'm not going to say who thinks a Triggerbot, when you make one, will instantly shoot through walls. Like, even if it doesn't see one, if you don't have walls or anything, if it's, like, the IDs are seen through the walls. He's not a coder or anything, but I'm just making this clear. I think what he was thinking of was something called auto shoot and auto wall. And auto shoot is a type of thingy that will like shoot when it's basically like a trigger bot, but it reaches further and it's a lot harder to code, I'm pretty sure. And auto wall makes it so auto shoot will automatically shoot through walls. Of course, I got another party member banned. Oops, find a game. I'm not in that mode, so yeah, we're just gonna be. Oh crap, I am in insecure mode. Alright, 1 second. Alright, I'm back in it, and I'm not in insecure mode finally. Something I like about external cheats, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but even when you're in mid-game, you can still run them and turn them off. So as you can see, I'm joining a casual game online. And I'm going to be using this Triggerbot. And I'm going to be getting low FPS because of the way I'm recording. I'm going to change it to it only records this window and not the whole screen, which will improve my FPS. Alright, I'm here. I'm going to run it. It's running. And now I'm going to buy Dig, and I'm going to change this to only Csgo. See, look, it's shooting at my teammates. Now Triggerbots cannot shoot as far as from standing right here all the way to T-spawn. That's called auto shoot. A Triggerbot cannot detect a ID of a player from that far. I hear someone up here. Oh. Oh man, I wasn't aiming at head level. Crap. Oh crap, that was the last round. Alright, I'm in a new game, and now I can show you that it works with an op. As long as I'm standing like right here, and the player is standing at the other side. See that? Like as close as they can. Like, see, I wasn't even doing that. That was the Triggerbot, and that was Triggerbot doing that too. Triggerbot did that. Okay, this Triggerbot's not hitting. Okay, let me make sure my sensitivity is correct and my DPI is as low as possible. See, look at this. As an example. To this guy freaking peach. There we go. Okay, see that crap? The Triggerbot is working, and I'm going to show you that I am still running it. The same exact Triggerbot. I'm going to do it in this mode too. I am playing with real players, as you can see. Okay, I cannot control spray with this. And I'm gonna, yeah, that was basically it. That shows you that it is undetected when I fill it with tons of junk code. And I'm playing an online game. And yeah, that's basically the video. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you learned something from this. I'm sure you did, if you watched it. And that also shows you how to use junk code and completely make your cheat undetected. So basically, you could just copy my whole entire cheat right here, like all the source right here, just like the source that you watch the video for. Grab some junk code, change up the numbers like this, change them all up, change every single number up, and use it. After pasting at least like 200 lines of junk code, it's definitely going to be undetected, since it's not that big of a cheat and it's your own junk code. You're going to be good. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'm sure you learned something.